Yeah. You're
Yeah.
recording?
Yeah.
All right, I'm recording. Wait, hold on. Hold on. You just do this. Okay, I'm recording.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, go ahead there.
We had our house, and next to our house, low up for, was the police station. So one night, all of a sudden, it was the first time I hear machine gun. The
Machine gun fire.
The machine gun fire. My body shriveled to no end. We hired, as usual, and the next morning, I went out, and I saw next to the door empty cells. This was, the machine gun was next to our house. The resistance, they came that night, and they took everyone, they captured everyone, every police. They took them to the mountain, and they're all been executed. For me, I saw all those empty cells, and I figure I can do so many things, playing and gambling. We're gambling we had a game. We had a circle, and we put the cells, and from 10 yards, we were trying to hit the ones who was falling. We were taking, and then the other guy was going, throwing, trying to, and it was a game.
Yeah.
And that was another thing which I experienced, and it was so scary during the night, all of a sudden, to hear machine guns and all kinds of, and the Germans, they didn't even try to help the event, to protect the policemen. And we got to know all of them, and we felt so sorry because it was next door, the police station. And this is what's another story which happened that time in my life. And I was only 5 years old that time.
Now, how about keep
Yeah.
recording?
You go?
Yeah. How about the one story you told me about one of the partisans meeting with the German officer in the house?
Oh, yes. How can I forget this?
Perfect timing. Go ahead.
My father, of course, he was involved, the supplier. And every so often, this person was coming to our house. And in those days, the people who was from the mountains, they used to have a special coat with a hood made from goat hair. So, and he was coming always around 11, 12 o'clock to our house when the Germans wasn't there. And here I am. Look, sitting with my father and this gentleman who was coming with dressed with a kappa. We used to call it kappa. And all of a sudden, here is the German. So, as usual, he sat down because they'd been drinking a little ouzo, they had a little cheese and something, and of course, a youngster, the German, figured, why not having part of that? And that was one of the partisans we had, the machine gun, the automatic, firing. And here is a German, my father, and of course the partisan, and me, the odd person. But I had no idea who was, of course my father knew, and he was petrified. He thought right now things are the end of the, So the German, after he had fed himself, he decided to leave because he understood he cannot convert, and you had no idea the relief my father had knowing he had a partisan German next to each other and was facing each other and machine gun fighting. And that was another story.
Now, here's another story. How about the Jewish family that
Jewish
was
family,
in the basement and how they warned?
Yes.
Tell that story.
Well, one morning, always I was early bird. Well, I was the first one to get up in the morning and going, and I loved to play by myself, And all of a sudden, I see a little girl, my age. I never saw her before in my life, and I was so surprised. And I asked her, "Who are you?" "Oh, you live here." I said, "Since when?" "Oh, since last night." And the days and weeks are passing by. The German was upstairs. The Jewish family was in the cellar. And life was going on without any incident until one day my cousin Creighton, who was interpreter, was with the Germans, and he was sending all the information. He was double agent. He comes to my father, and he said to my father, "Something is going to happen tonight. Be careful." And then one of the Germans said, "Take the family. Take them with your horse and buggy to the near village, Piloriki." It is, you know that Piloriki,
Yeah.
it was, the first village before you reach to the mountain. Leave them there and let them go by themselves to the mountains. So, for all the time, the Germans knew we had a family hiding and never ever did anything to stop or harm the family or my father. The family survived. I don't know where they end up. We never met them again. But we knew with the partisans they're going to be safe, and that was another little story which I can say not every person it is evil. War brings the worst of the humanity, but hidden there it is a crux where you see the other side of the human being side, which the understanding, the caring, and the love.
All right, let's pause it here.
That was good.
That was nice.